Let's do a declutter of my son's bedroom. I had this room so tidy and so lovely, and over the past few weeks it has become very messy, so it needs a bit of a declutter. Mainly the wardrobe needs a declutter. These are all his trophies, his medals from football, all his like man of the match medals. He's got loads of them. So I'm got a built-in wardrobe and it needs a sort out. It is it's just messy, it's awful, and it just needs to be emptied and sorted out. So I thought today I would have a bit of a declutter. I'm going to make a pile of stuff that I'm not sure if he wants to keep or get rid of, and then he can have a look at them when he comes home from school today. I'm recording this and it is World Book Day today at school, and do you know what? I absolutely loved driving to school this morning and seeing all these little kids all dressed up. We saw 101 Dalmatians, Harry Potter, Moana. We saw loads of them. My son, what did my son go as? Ronaldo, because he's got a Ronaldo book, so he went as Ronaldo for World Book Day. So I have made my collagen drink. So it's just 1 scoop of collagen in some hot chocolate, but I'm using cocoa powder rather than actual like hot chocolate because it's just a bit better for you, really. It's not got any of the extra added sugars or additives. And then a little bit of sweetener, and I've got my collagen drink. I've got a messy wardrobe, so let's get decluttering. So this is the wardrobe, and it was super tidy and now super messy. So I'm going to get everything out. I'm going to go through it all, put a pile of things that I don't think he wants or a load of rubbish and throw it away, and then the things that I'm not sure of I'll put in a part and he can have a look at it later. There's things up here that are brand new that he's never opened, things that he hasn't played with for a really long time. So let's have a good rummage through. All right, so I've got the first 2 shelves off and I'm going to have a sort through there, but I just took my slipper off and look. I'm buying new slippers today at Home Bargains. I reckon that's the dogs, I reckon. Okay, so yes, that's a bit of a mess behind me. I've got to sort out that as well. Oh, it's just a nightmare. So I've got this travel game. I do like to keep the travel games for when we do go places. We're not going on holiday this year. We're saving money this year to hopefully go on holiday again next year. But we do have this. I do like to take this for anything that we're going to do. We are going out on a few day trips to places. We're going, Northampton is one place. Don't know where the other ones are. I know we're going off Birmingham as well because we are going to do Gladiators. Because if you are a Gladiators fan, then I don't know if you know this, but in the NEC in Birmingham, they are actually doing Gladiators where you can take part in some of the activities like Duel, The Wall, Eliminator, and I think there was another one, but I can't remember. So my son can actually go and take part. So they've got a junior section and they've got a family section as well. So I can go with him. But my ex-husband also wanted to take him. So for the first time in my child's life, we're going to go and do a family activity together. So that would be fun. So we're going to take him to do the Gladiators event. And obviously then we're going to Northampton because they've got this football thing in Northampton. We're going to see if a couple of school friends want to go there or a couple of his football friends want to go as well. And then I'm going to somewhere called Monkey Forest where you can go for a walk and there's monkeys that walk around with you. I've never been, but I thought I'd just do some little fun activities with him because we can't afford a holiday this year because there's too much going on. And I like to save for bigger holidays. So like a holiday every other year works perfect for us. I've got him at this Guess Who game, so it's just like the Who Is It game but a football one. He hasn't played this for about 1.5 years, so I'm going to keep this out and see whether he still wants it. And I also found this Minion Lego thing that he has never opened, and I bought it him not last Christmas, the Christmas before, Christmas in 2024, and he's not opened it. So I'm going to see if he still wants this because he's not into Minions anymore. We've grown out of that phase now, and see if I can sell this because I reckon I could sell this for quite a bit of money because it is brand new, it's still sealed, it's not been opened at all. So I'll probably try and see if I can sell that on Vinted. And then I've got this box here which has got lots of papers and pads, and he's got his certificates in there as well from different activities that he's done. So actually that could do with another sort out, so I might leave that out And when I'm sat with my son later watching TV, I'll probably get all that out and sort it all out properly, throw away what's rubbish, and maybe get another folder for all his certificates. So I need to get that sorted. So possibly 2 things already gone. For some reason, he loves to keep all his kind of Christmas cards. He like keeps all his cards, and there really is no need to. So I'm actually going to recycle these. I always keep the special ones. So if I've given him one, I'll keep that. And then if like my mum has given one or anything, I'll keep that one. And then when she gives us one for this year, I get rid of last year's one. So it's just one of the things I always thought of is that if anything happens to anybody, I've always got the last card that they ever sent me. I've always got that to treasure. So I think I'm going to go through that, keep mine out, keep my mum's out. And then the rest of it I'm just going to recycle, or I might actually cut them up and see if I can use them as gift tags ready for this Christmas. So I might do that. I might do my little DIY project set there. That will save me a little bit of money. My eyes look terrible. Look how big those bags are, where I'm so tired at the moment. There's all this stress I'm under, making me extremely tired. What else do we have here? Again, I don't know what this is. Anybody else have these little things that they make and then you have no idea what it is? It's thrown in the cupboard. They forget about it, but for some reason you still can't throw it away. So let me know what you do with this, because I kind of want to throw this away because I don't even know what this is. And he's probably forgotten that it's even here. He then has is cocoa butter, because my son is mixed race. So cocoa butter is really good for his skin. And he has like a whole kind of basket full of toiletries. Shampoos, toothpaste, spare toothbrushes, sun cream, certain stuff for his hair, because my son doesn't have like overly tight curly hair, because my ex is British born, but his roots are from Jamaica, but he hasn't got that really tight hair, but it is nice and curly. So he just has this special shampoo and conditioner that just protects his hair. So that's all in there. So we need to keep that one. And then he's obviously going to keep this. This is his football bags. It's like one of those football agility ladders, and he's got the cones as well. So we're definitely keeping that one because that's good for his football training. Because if you've been here a while, you know my son absolutely adores football. So definitely keeping that. More toiletries. I think like I buy stuff and put it in a stocking, and I seem to have this huge amount of stuff. And then in here, I don't even know I had this in here. We've got coat hangers that are going to be thrown away because I prefer the wooden coat hangers for my son, and I have the velvet ones. And he has a bunch of cuddly toys. This is Rainbow from Butlins. He's got Mario, Luigi, and this snake that I hate, that I think he just keeps because it annoys me. I think that's the only reason he doesn't want to get rid of it, is because it bugs me. So I'm going to put everything that could potentially be for sale, donate, or bin in this Minion wash basket, so that he can make decisions about what he wants to do with all of that. And then the next thing I've got is all his bed sheets and everything. So we are a massive Arsenal loving family. I never used to be. I never used to like football, but now I have a son. I love football. But I've got this Sonic one. Now, can I sell bed sheets? Never really sold one. So I'll have to have a little research of that and see if I can sell that, because it's just in the cupboard doing nothing. And he's got his own towels as well. So like he's I try and make him to be as independent as possible. We've been learning a lot more with him. And over the next holiday, which I think is Easter holiday, he's going to start learning to cook. Or even if he doesn't learn to cook, he's going to learn to prepare food and stuff like that. So now he can wake up and he makes his own bed, he opens his own curtains, he resets his room every single morning. Obviously, he can shower himself, he can do his teeth. I don't disclose how old my son is to protect him, but he can do all that stuff. So now we are branching into preparing food and learning to cook. And he should have been doing it a while ago, but I just didn't do it. And now it's time that he does. So I've got loads of like spare pillowcases. And then he's got his Arsenal bed sheets as well. And my mum, for his birthday, bought him a like green football pitch quilt cover as well. So you can see the green just here. She bought him that for his birthday. So I think I can definitely get rid of this Sonic one now. So I'm actually going to put this under his bed. He's got 2 drawers under his bed. So I'm actually going to put all of the towels and the bed sheets under there rather than in the wardrobe. But that is that done. And that means that pretty much on one of the shelves, it's just going to be his toiletries, which has already freed up a lot of room. So let me get the next shelf down and we'll sort through that. Okay, so I've got the next shelf down. I've got 2 more shelves to go after this. First of all, I've got his ukulele stuff. So he used to play ukulele, then he stopped for a little bit, but he has mentioned going back into it, but he hasn't spoke about it since. So I'm not going to mention it until he mentions it to me again. Because sometimes, I don't know about your kid, but sometimes they say these things just on the whim. I always feel like if you ask me 2 or 3 times, then we'll look into actually booking you in for some sessions. But if you only ask me once and you don't ask me again, I feel like, oh, maybe it was just a little bit of a whim. So we'll wait and see whether or not you ask again. So I'm not going to do anything with that yet, but I will keep his ukulele folder just in case he does ask me. He has also got the soccer bot, which is a football thing, which obviously will not allow to be thrown away or moved because it is like football. So, you know, if you've got a football kid, you know that nothing football can ever be thrown away. We've also got all his teddies here. Now, I don't really like him having lots of plushy toys, but these ones are from the Disney cruise we went on last year, and I don't want to get rid of those. So I definitely keep these ones. So, and he really likes them. He likes Mickey. He's got Pluto. He kind of goes, 1 minute his favourite is Mickey, the next minute his favourite is Pluto, and right now his favourite is Pluto. So we're definitely keeping the soft toys there. And we've got the Ninja Turtle teddy that we got when I was 40. We went to Build-A-Bear and he made a teddy for me, which is his voice and says, "Happy birthday, mummy, I love you." And then he talked me into getting this one. And because I was 40 and I thought I can treat my son, he's got this and it says, "Pawabunga." Do it again. "Pawabunga." So it's his voice in the teddy. So I don't want to throw that away because that's like sentimental. That means a lot to us. And then I've got this. This was a TikTok shop purchase, and you throw it and it boomerangs back to you. And he's played it like once, and I actually asked him last week, do you want to keep it? And he said yes. So I can't get rid of that right now. And I can't think what this is. It's a charger for something, but I don't know what, but I better keep it just in case I need it. And we've also got a foam finger for Gladiators. When we went to Butlins last year, we saw Nitro and Cyclone from Gladiators, and we got a foam finger. And because we're going to go to Gladiators again this year, I thought that I'd keep that, and it saved me a little bit of money. So I've already got one. So definitely keep that one. Okay, so next we have some boxes. We have these boxes that when we moved in, I just filled them up just to like, because it was a very stressful time trying to move in around Christmas with everything else going on in life. It was just really busy. So I just got these boxes and I threw everything in these boxes. So we have to have a quick sort through of all this now and see what to keep and what not to. So I've actually got 2 of these chargers. So why have I got 2? Okay, I think one's rubbish. I'm going to throw one away and keep one. So we've got like a football fidget toy here, a pump. We definitely need to keep this. If you are a football fan or a football mum, you know you need to keep that. The Ronaldo Messi book, he does like to read his football books. However, at the moment we are into Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I think we have near enough 90% of them, but there are a few that we still need to get, and I keep looking on Facebook Marketplace to see if they've got any. Football cards, more football cards. His Arsenal goalie gloves, which I actually think are too small, and they're absolutely torn to shreds, so I need to see whether he wants to keep those. A football bag, that's going to be really good in the summer if we go to the park with some friends, just pop a snack and a drink in there. So we'll definitely keep that one. And again, more and more football cards and stickers. So we need to organise these in some way. My mum found a packet of Arsenal playing cards, which I thought was really good for travelling, if we're travelling anywhere. So we're definitely going to keep those. More cards, more stickers. We definitely need to find a way of sorting these out. And then we've got these 50 soccer skills. So on each card is a different skill that he can play with football. So I'm actually going to put them downstairs so that when he's playing football downstairs in the dining room, then he can get one of these cards out and he can actually do a new soccer skill. So we're going to keep that downstairs. More cards. Oh my God. And then I bought him a football advent calendar for Christmas, and we have all of these little like football things here, and I don't know if he wants to keep them or not. So again, I'm going to put them in here and see if he wants to keep them. A football stress ball, that's going to be really good for him. Some more cards, some little football goals as well. I don't know if he wants to keep those, so we'll see. He's got his little whiteboard that he does his plays with. So sometimes when he comes back from a football match, he'll sit with the whiteboard and he'll say, oh, so-and-so should have gone here and so-and-so should have gone there. And he'll do a play, and he's actually really good at it. He is really good. More of those little figures as well. And then we've got this little football thing that you play and you try and keep the board. I think he really likes that. And again, a great travel game for that one. A Lego that I am still yet to build. This is Mbappe, apparently. So I need to build that, but I don't want to build that. So I'm going to hide it for a little bit longer. Another pump, can't have too many pumps. We've got all these little wallets to put his cards in. So I think one weekend we might sit and put all his cards in these and put them in folders just to make sure that they're all secure, and then he can get rid of any cards he's got duplicates of, or he can trade them or do whatever he wants. So we've got that. Does anybody else have wires and you have no idea what they're for? I don't know what this wire is for. I haven't got a clue. No idea. Spare paper that can go in the paper box. Also got his Lego. There is a Lego folder downstairs with all the Lego books of how to build Lego, so that can go down there. And again, there's just loads of cards, absolutely tons of football cards. These definitely need organising in some way. I definitely need to get that sorted. He's got his Ronaldo CR7 like bracelet, but right now he's loving his watch, so he's just using that all the time. A USB that I have no idea what that's for. I haven't got a clue what that's for. And then we've got two key rings exactly the same. Why? Like, why do we need two key rings that are exactly the same? More of these little figures here. And then I've got loads of these like little footballs. I mean, I think one is for one of the games. Put those in there. I don't know who that is. If you're a football fan, tell me who that is. I don't know who that is. It's actually got Cole on the back. It's not Ashley Cole, is it? So obviously my surname is Cole. So maybe that's why he got it. And then that's pretty much it. Just some like little feet. I think that's for the goal that we have. And you can play finger football, but I'm not sure. He's never really played it. So I'll check if he still wants it. So that is that. And then in this bag here, we've got more rubbish. So there's more paper. This is a basketball thing that he barely plays. This is all the stuff we got from the cruise. Like we still got like the Castaway Club thing that he was gifted. More football cards. His referee football stuff, so we'll definitely keep that. It's like a car push thing. I don't really know what that is, but he's not really into cars anymore. So I'm not sure what he wants to do with all of this, whether he wants to keep it or he wants to get rid of it. So I think I'm just going to put all of it in this bag. and then he can make a decision about what he wants to keep and what he wants to throw away. I think that's going to be the best option for me. But anything that is to do with football, so his football cards, little football bags, all of those things, I think I'll put back in here for now. And then we definitely have to find a way of organising all these football cards, because there are way too many and he really needs to get them organised. So we will sit down at some point and get that sorted. So I'll quickly go into put all this away, and then I've got one more box to sort through as well. Okay, so moving on to this box, which I think is just junk. So some of it is his like school projects that he's done, and my son now has tutoring once a week. So she comes here with her lovely dog once a week to tutor my son. So there's a few things here that we've kept just so we can show his teachers when it's parents' evening. Other than that, I don't know what half of this is. So a lot of it, like this, yeah, he made at school, but his teacher gave it to him, and then his teacher left, and that was his favourite teacher, so he doesn't want to get rid of that. There's Pokemon cards, but he's not into Pokemon, so that's got to go. Then we've got, sunglasses. We were actually talking about his sunglasses today, saying we can't find them, but now we have. So that's a bonus. And then he's got this Egyptian thing that he made at school. It's like, why? So I've got to put like a whole school pile. And then he's got his actual glasses when he wears glasses. Some more travel games as well. And then obviously he's been to Ninja Warrior quite a lot. So now we have 4 pairs of gloves. So we're going to put those under his bed. So if he does go to Ninja Warrior for a party or just with friends one day, I've already got the gloves and it's going to save me money. And I think all this is just junk, really. It's just junk. Again, another Pokemon card. Doesn't even like Pokemon. Harmonica, surprisingly good. Even though it's not no training, he can just play it. He's very good at that. A few more Disney things, so I'll put those in there. He's got this stress ball, not sure if he wants that. I know he'll want to keep this because we got that on the cruise, so I know he'll want to keep that one. He's got this Yoda thing. Again, he's not into Star Wars anymore. He was like a full-on geek, and now he's not. Football, again, that will go in the football case. And then a drawing, apparently, of some random creature. I don't know. So we'll keep that, see what he wants, and plus it's a pad. Valentine's duck, I bought him years ago. Don't know if he still wants to keep it. He's got Goofy. That was a school thing. It's got his name on, so I can't show you that. And then he's got like these teddies. All these soft toys that I don't know if he still wants. So again, we might be keeping most of this because he's a bit of a hoarder, but I've got to see. A fan, that's going to be great for the summer, especially when we're traveling. It's just a battery operated one, so we'll definitely keep that. His Ninja Warrior headband, torch and a pen, always good. Another Ninja Warrior headband. And again, more school projects, which I can't show. And then this goes with his Ninja Turtle Teddy that I showed you earlier. Bunch of pens, they're always good to have anyway. Dagger, I don't know. I don't even know what this is. What's that? I don't even know. Like, I don't know. He's got this. I mean, I think this has been in the box for about 7 months, 6, 7 months. Does he play with it? No, not touched it. It's got these spy laser things. Haven't played with them for months, so they're going to go in that thing as well. And then he's got this fake money that he got on holiday with his dad, so I think he'll want to keep that. So I think that's important. That's football, so we're going to put that in a football pile. And then we've got more Disney stuff and skateboards and fidget toys. So not sure what he wants there. So I think this box here for now is going to be school projects that he's done and travel games. I think that might be a good idea for me to fill that up with school projects and travel games. So I'm going to quickly tidy all this bit up and then do the final 2 shelves. So first of all, I know it's got even worse. It always gets messy before it gets better, doesn't it? So this is his DVDs and books. He's got Ronald Dahl books, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which he's loving, his football books, and a few DVDs. And in those two cases just there is like some football cards, but I don't think he's got any more room in those cases. So I'll bring him in here and I'll ask him what ones he wants to keep and what ones he wants to get rid of. So that's one thing we have to do. The rest of it, he does have a DVD player. I always think it's good to have a DVD player because you never know what's going to happen. So he's got that. So definitely keep that. He's also got this lovely colouring book where he can make his own kits. So it's really good on a Sunday afternoon. If you've got nothing to do and he says he's bored, he can do that. An old Arsenal calendar, which I'm just going to get rid of. He doesn't even know he's got it. And then he's got the Find Gunnosaurus, Where's Wally kind of book. So I think he'll keep that. And then obviously I've got all his tutoring work and his books as well for when his tutor comes. So obviously that's important to keep as well. So definitely needs to keep all of that. Other things is money boxes. He's at that age now where people give him money, and what he's been doing is very reckless. And as someone who is very secure with their money, I need to hone this in a little bit. He's just been getting the money that he's been getting and just chucking it on top of his money box and not actually putting it in. So here I've already got 15 quid that I've just found. But he has an extremely heavy money box which is actually bursting at the seams. So I think we need to go through that, count how much is actually in there, and then I think we need to get some in the bank. I think that's going to be the most important thing, get some in the bank. He's also got a voucher here that we forgot that he had. He had that for his birthday off a friend from his party. So with Easter holidays not far away, I think we'll take that and he can go and do a little bit of shopping. And then this is also when we go to Butlins, we save up lots of 2p's and 10p's so we can play on the machines. Obviously we're not going this year, so I don't know if we're going to go next year, but I might take him to Weston and go on the pier, and there's lots of arcade games in there. So we'll see if we'll keep filling this up, because 2p's and 10p's, it all adds up eventually. So that's his little money stuff that he has there. And then my mum bought him this for Christmas. She bought my nieces it as well, and it's one of those balloon things. So you just pop the balloon on there and you pump it up. So I think it's a water balloon pump, actually. Sorry, it's a water balloon pump. I think she got it from Home Bargains. So that'd be good to use in the summer. And then he's also got his TTRS score sheets. As you can see, my son loves maths, so all of them are pretty much green. If you don't know what TTRS is, it's Timetable Rockstar. It's like a little app they have at school, and they can practice their times table. He is, as I said, very, very good at math. Just fold that down. So as you can see, he has all green there. So it's the bottom here. So if you're in the red, it means you need a lot of work to do, and then obviously just build up. And he's around this mark here, so he could still improve if he wanted to, but I think he's generally okay. So we keep that as a record, and then when we get the next one, we kind of compare it and see how he's improved, really. So a score thing that we need to keep. I bought these shin pads for him on TikTok Shop. You can also get them on Temu, I think. I'll link them in the description box below. They're softer, so they're not like the massive hard ones, but they still work really, really well. And not like something that you would have as he grows, but at his age. And they got like an elastic top as well, so it stays on his leg. And he finds these much more comfortable than the other shin pads. So I do have his bag here. This is his bag that he takes every Friday to his dad's, so I'll pop those in there. So he's got them for football on Saturday. He's also still got all his birthday cards. Again, I'll keep the most important ones, and the rest I will recycle, and then next year we change over. So that's kind of what we're going to do with those two. And that. And then also he's got this big football game as well that he plays with his friends, if his friends come over, or I play with him. So definitely keep that too. And then he's got this. I don't even know what this is. He brought it home from school one day, and it's just like what is this? What is this? He's got some money in here as well, actually. So 2p's and 10p's. So we'll put that in his money box. And then he's got like these little duck things. Got these little ducks. I mean, I know they were something on the cruise, but I'm not sure whether he wants to keep that, so we'll put that in the basket so he can check that out. But other than that, I think that's everything he wants to keep. I've got one more bit to do, and then I've decluttered his wardrobe, and it already looks so much tidier. Okay, on the last bit, which is the floor, which I put his wash basket in. He always puts his washing in the basket, and then when I need to do a wash for, he has certain days that I do his washing, I tell him and he'll bring it downstairs for me so I can put it in the machine. But in the back, when his tutor first came in, she helped him do lots of different things. They did one on polar bears, so to get better at his writing, and then he did one like all about me, and like he likes football, he likes martial arts, he likes chicken, and then this is a big page all about him because it's his writing skills that needed the work. So that's what the tutoring is all about, is to help with his English. He's great at maths, but English he does struggle with. So keeping those just for reference. And then he's just got loads of shoes. So we bought these AstroTurf trainers, but they were too big for him. And then by the time I got round to taking them back, the time had run out, so I thought they're just too big, you're going to grow into them, so we've kept them for him to grow into. I want to get rid of these, but he's sentimental, and these are his very first pair of football boots, so he doesn't want to get rid of them, and I haven't got the heart to force it, so we're keeping them for now. I'm sure he will eventually, but we're keeping them. We've got lots of summer shoes here for him to wear. They were slightly big last year, so I'm hoping that this year he'll be able to wear them, and then I can get rid of them next year because he'll grow again. And again, he's got these little slip-on shoes. I can't think what they're called right now. The names escaped me because I'm looking at how big my black eyes are. And then we've got these green shoes that my dad bought him a while ago, and they were too big. And I keep saying to him, do you want to go and wear these? Do you want to wear them today? And he's like, no. And I was like, why do you not want to wear them? And his answer is because he doesn't want to get them dirty. I'm like, and it's the same with these ones. He doesn't want to get them dirty, so he won't wear them. It's like, this is the whole point of trainers, mate. It's the whole point of trainers. So I'm sure he will. Maybe when it's a bit warmer and it's not so muddy outside, he might feel the want to wear these kind of shoes. He's got his little loafers, which I love him in, especially if we're going somewhere nice and stuff, not just playing in a field. So he's got those to wear as well. And he's got his yellow shoes as well that we had for Disney when he did like Mickey Mouse dress up thing. So we've got those. And then the rest of it is just bags. So he's got this nice big bag just here, and that's got a lot of his football stuff in. So it's got like his boot buddy, so he can clean his own football boots, and there's room to put a football in there and football boots in there and a drink in there. And I thought over the summer when we're going to the park, we can just take this bag, fill it with all his football stuff, and then if he's out with his friends, he's got food, drink, ball, boots, everything he needs in one bag. So I bought him that for Christmas. If I can find the link for it, I'll link it in the description box below for you. Also, he has a martial arts bag, which is broken, and I need to buy him a new one. It's absolutely terrible. So every single time that I wash his clothes, his martial art kit goes in here. Leg guards, can't remember what they're called, his mouth guard, his gloves, everything goes in there. He's moved up a group in martial arts now because he's got a year older. We did the first class last week, and oh my God, I've never seen him so sweaty. Where he does martial arts, they put TV screens in the waiting area so that you can watch him do his martial arts, and they have a ring. They actually have a martial arts ring upstairs because it's so big, and he was in there sparring with someone, and then when they finished, he just lay down flat out absolutely exhausted. It really worked for it. Oh, it was so funny. He's like, and he come back, he's like, I need a shower, Mum. It's like, I know, let's get you home and get you in the shower. Star Wars bag, don't really need it, but just in case, like I need to take something quick, this is good to have. But it does need a wash, so I'm going to put that in the wash. And then he's got football boots. He bought the green ones. I bought him the green ones, and I shouldn't have, because when it's muddy, now they're all stained. So if you have any ideas I can get all this muddy stain off, please do let me know. I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, and I can't get it off. So any ideas, let me know on that. And the final thing in the bottom of this thing is a basketball hoop that goes on, I need to fix the net thing, but it goes on the door so he can play basketball. Sometimes he'll come downstairs and play it while I'm cooking. He'll do it in the hallway, or we'll play a games day and we'll bring this down and we'll do some shoots there as well. So he really enjoys it. And when my nieces are here as well, they enjoy playing that as well. So that is the declutter. So let me just put it all away, then I can show you what it looks like now. So there's quite a lot of stuff that my son needs to go and sort through to see whether or not he wants to keep it, throw it away, or donate it. And there's a lot of rubbish as well that I just need to go and throw away as well. But I always love doing a declutter. I always make more mess first, but then it looks so much better. And I think we really need to start decluttering the house and getting rid of things that we don't want, don't need. And obviously we can sell some stuff to make extra money. I still do my reselling, but I haven't been as active as I would want to be. As I said, if you've watched my previous video, I've been under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, and feeling very burnt out and overwhelmed. So I did stop, but I think I'm going to start again to make a little bit of extra cash, try and make some money for Christmas, and then make some money for my son's birthday as well. I think £1,000, if I can stretch to £1,500, that would be really good. I'm hoping to get £1,500 by Christmas, but that will do Christmas and my son's birthday as well, and probably my niece's birthdays, because my niece's birthdays, one's just before Christmas, just after Christmas, then my son. So I've got one niece Christmas, second niece son, and it's just like mental. So if I saved that £1,500, if I sold enough stuff to make £1,500, that would get me through that entire period. And there's a load of stuff here that I could sell, and I still got my own stuff that I could sell as well. But that is my decluttering video of my son's wardrobe. Do you do a decluttering day? Do you always feel like you have good intentions and halfway through you give up? Now, if you do that, what I suggest, because I used to be the same, don't go mad. Just pick one thing to declutter. So today I was decluttering his wardrobe. Next time I'm going to declutter under his bed. I'm not doing too much in one go because it's too overwhelming for me. So I just do one thing, or I do one drawer, I declutter that, I throw things away, I donate, or I sell everything that I can sell. And then after I've done that, it doesn't feel so overwhelming, and it always makes you feel better when you've had a bit of a declutter and a bit of a sort out. So let me know about the decluttering. Did you like today's video? Would you like me to do some more decluttering videos and have a little chat with you at the same time? If you did like it, do let me know in the comments. And also don't forget to hit that like button and share it with a friend as well if you think they will enjoy it. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good morning, good day, good evening. I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.